Why do guys not get vasectomies if they don't want children? I just don't understand. They don't want children? They really don't. And they also like fucking. So why not? I tried 3 times when I was 23-25. I was told no because I was too young. Not married and/or didn't have any kids yet. I finally got one when I was 36 and married after my wife GF when I trying first was having issues with her IUD. My dad had one at 23. Told the doctor point blank. My mom's pregnancy had almost killed her and that he was never going to put her through that again. Don't want kids. Enjoy sex with women. Got vasectomy. Recovery sucked but life so much easier now. 10/10 would recommend. In some countries it is a matter of legal requirements. For example, in Russia, man can legally do vasectomy if he either 35-year-old or have 2 children. Of course, for medical reasons it can be done much earlier or without having a children. Edit just FYI, these requirements are not connected with a current demographic situation in the country. They have been established decades ago. In 1993. PSOMG. I just can't believe that pretty basic fact became a part of another political discussion. My bad. Shouldn't have mentioned Russia here. People. It is not about politics at all. Just pass by this topic. A lot of doctors will refuse if you're under like 35. Most people in general avoid surgery if they can. Especially elective surgery. Most men probably have an aversion to surgery anywhere near their genitals. What if it goes wrong? Some men have a "it'll make me less of a man" thing. They may change their minds. I think it's mostly that most people in general will not have surgery unless they have to. I have. 100% worth it. But a lot of friends hesitated. 3 of them now pay child support for kids they did not want. Because they relied on the women's birth control. 4 kids I personally know of. Way more expensive than the vasectomy. Reversals aren't guaranteed and cost quite a bit. Also, a lot of guys have this thing in their head like they will be somehow demasculated. Because they may want kids later, and reversal isn't 100. The look on her face when she says she's pregnant and you say that's wonderful. Go and get a check that you're not shooting. Present it at the baby shower. Fuck you, Mel. I did. At 22 or 23. After my second child. Didn't want to have to put my wife through that all again. As she almost died twice during the second pregnancy. Because people change their minds. A guy in their 20s may change his mind when he's 35. A lot of people cannot be 100 that they never want children in the future. Some people would change their minds if they met a partner that insisted on having children. Even if you're already in a relationship, it's possible that separation and death might change the situation tomorrow. Permanent sterilization is a drastic action that isn't the right choice for everyone. It's one thing to not want to walk through a door. It's another thing entirely to close that door permanently. It's the same way some people will be dead set on not having kids, but still cry when they find out they are infertile. And before someone says it, no, vasectomies are not a temporary procedure. They can be reversible, but they are not made to be reversible, and there is no guarantee that they will be. Because with any surgery there are potential risks. Some men experience frequent long-term pain after getting one. I just read a story on Reddit recently about a guy who couldn't sexually function for years afterward. It's rare, but it happens. Woman shrugging, light skin tone. I can't speak for men, but I'm guessing for some the fear of surgery is there. We do. And it's easier for us to ejaculate into a plastic cup and freeze it than it is for a woman to undergo a tubal ligation and extract eggs and freeze them. Also a hell of a lot faster recovery time and significantly less pain than for a woman. Surgery is risky and you never know if you'll be one of the unlucky ones with an adverse outcome. I can't speak to a vasectomy, but I had a surgery on my eyes with the hope of freeing myself of glasses and improving my quality of life. The surgery resulted in permanent damage to my vision, and I consider it the worst mistake of my life. Never again will I have surgery that isn't a medical necessity. I did. Wife and I are of the opinion that if we ever change our minds about having children, adoption is an option. In the UK, they don't always allow you to have one for free on the NHS unless you've already had children. Have had a few friends from different areas of the country who've had the same experience. I imagine you can get it done if you pay privately though. I got one because my wife has several medical issues and it made more sense for me to do it. It's a simple outpatient procedure, but the doc still managed to snip too close to one of my nuts and give me quite a bit of pain if it's handled. 30 and still denied by every doctor. Shit ain't easy to just go get one if you don't already have kids. Which is ironic, because the point of getting one is because we don't want them. For me, it's simply because I can't find a doctor willing to give me one. Yes, I may only be 21, but I'm 100% sure I will never want children. I understand why doctors would hesitate, but I honestly don't think it's a doctor's place to make that choice for me. I got a vasectomy and it ruined my life. I've had pain ever since I got a vasectomy. This happens. There's no such thing as a minor surgery. Sometimes things go wrong. Totally not worth the risk to your body. You shouldn't get surgery if there's an option not to. Sometimes as you age and adapt, ideals change. Making an irreversible decision like that could cause some serious mental health issues in the future. They probably consider that. Also, it's their balls. No one wants people sticking sharp things around there. It makes the decision harder to make, even if you are sure. Who says they don't? Never a good idea to generalize anything based in your own limited experience. Some people don't even want their ears pierced. Any procedure done to your body should be based on one's free will and informed consent. Their reasons might sound silly to you, but any reason is a reason when we're talking about a person's bodily integrity. There are more frequently occurring side effects than are commonly being discussed. The side effects part of the procedure is also under-researched. If you look over the available studies and horror stories, you will have to take pause and think twice whether it's worth it to flip the coin on something like years of scrotal pain. I don't want children, but will stick to condoms for now. Oklahoman here. I'd love to have kids one day, but raising a kid is expensive. I've looked into getting a vasectomy because I hear they're reversible when time's right. However, everything I was seeing there like $1,000+ and no one has that kinda money to just throw into the medical sector. At 42 with 2 kids and a 18 year marriage, they gave me no resistance. I did get a stern warning that reversal surgery is not effective with many men. So, I got one when I was 30. It was my decision with no urging from anyone else. It was pretty painful afterward. I totally abused that bag of frozen peas, but from what I understand, I was the exception. For years afterward, I had regular bouts of epididymitis, super painful. It was hard to walk and the testicle, one, the other, or sometimes both, was swollen and excruciating to touch, and usually involving painkillers and antibiotics. Those episodes have lessened over time, but I'd waffle about making the same decision now. Same reason young women can't just get their tubes tied. Doctors think they know what that young person wants more than they do. They don't approve the procedure just because someone doesn't want to reproduce. I have a friend who did get approved when he was like 26 because he threatened to do it himself if they didn't approve him.